Really built it up. It's not even that good. But I gave Ray Live Home once, and he was like an amateur comedian. I was emceeing, and because we lived in the same suburb. And I think I'm dropping off these block of flats in Coppin Street. It was shit block of flats, and I just thought, he's never going to become with that guy. I should have fucking worried. He should have worried about me.
I went to that flat once, inside the flat.
Yeah, it was like housing commission.
It was tiny. It was a really tiny flat, and it was full of
toys.
Toys.
But in a weird way, I once had to go pick up Sammy J. He was living in the same flats.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I said, "Who lived here?"
I think that sign at the front.
Now Sammy J. But you can never pick them, Pete. You can never pick the people who are going to be famous. It's very hard.
No, you can't.
That's exactly right. Pete Helliar Dave O'Neil, thank you for talking with MolksTVTalk.
Pleasure to be on MolksTVTalk.
Yeah, we love it.
Looking forward to the Molkies. Are you going to the Molkies?
The Molkies, I love
You've got to
the
be coming to the Molkies.
Yeah.
The Molkies. Is that big guys in comedy awards? Me, Pete, Mikey Robbins.
I need someone to do a tight five at the top and tail, so
sure.
We'll see what we can do.
I've actually been mistaken for you before.
Yeah, I've been mistaken for you and weirdly Hughesy as well.
Yeah, I've had Hughesy too, but
I can understand you getting Hughesy.
I used to work with him a lot.
And I've worked
same
with
name,
Dave.
Dave.
But I don't understand why I get Hughesy.
No, that's weird. I went to this video shop and this guy said, "Oh, I've got to thank you. You introduced me to the A team." I went, "Did I?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You on Rove, we're talking about the A team, just unbelievable." I went, "No, that's not. I don't think that's me." He went, "No, you're Peter Helliar, aren't you?" I went, and then he goes, "No, you're Peter Helliar." He started arguing with me. I was like, "I'm not fucking Peter Helliar."
You just said, "Have you been coming to my comedy festival show?" And you would have gone, "Yeah." You go, "Yeah, I'm Peter Helliar."
Yeah, I'm Peter Helliar. So did you do something about the A team?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Like when I used to do DVD reviews.
Yeah.
And I did an A team review.
Because people can often be really adamant that you're someone else, and then they argue with you about it.
Yeah.
So Pete, how was your time on Rove?
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. Lovely guy. It was good fun. I went for a while. It was a good job. How long did you go for? About 10 years.
Yeah, it was a little while.
On the dot. Yeah,
good job.
Good gig if you can get it, particularly in comedy. And that's why we're here at the Brisbane Comedy Festival. You guys have both had shows tonight, both killed. Pete, I can take yours personally because I was there. I saw it. Dave, I hear everything that has come out was brilliant.
I'm in a room below Pete in a basement, so you can probably hear the laughs seeping through.
Yeah, coming through the floor. There were times when no one in Pete's audience was laughing, and it was just this roar that emanated.
That was before I came out.
Yeah.
That was during Pat Benatar was fun. Did you hear my intro music and stuff? Did you hear
Eye of the Tiger? No, but I heard it was Eye of the Tiger.
You picked all of that, didn't you?
I always put a lot of effort into picking my house music, my intro music, my out music. So yeah, obviously I've gone with sports song theme because it shows about sport. And so it's Pat Benatar, it's all fired up stuff.
Oh, great. Eye of the Tiger is a good bodybuilding.
I come out to Eye of the Tiger. Tina's not there actually. She's probably conspicuous.
Holy Grail?
Yeah, Holy Grail is there, but sometimes it doesn't get played because it depends how long the crowd.
The official, unofficial anthem of the AFL.
Yeah, yes. They love it. Mark Seymour, good.
Someone out on that for years.
Did you go to, man? Kickstart My Heart should probably be there as well.
Kickstart My Heart's a great song.
Nice.
Dave,
you're currently doing some spots on Adam Hills in Gordon Street tonight, and having a lot of fun. Most recently, people would have seen you in a cat suit in someone else's house, being attacked by a very wild white cat.
Yeah.
Now, this is, I'm guessing, not standard fare for you.
No.
You're a hard-working man. You're doing other things.
Well, I'm just a working comedian. But I did radio for a long time. I did radio, breakfast radio, which is like early morning radio for 10 years. So, and that's
in case you don't understand what breakfast radio is, it's early in the morning. It's around breakfast time.
People often say you did morning radio.
There's a difference between morning and breakfast.
Yeah, I know, but people often think it's mornings. Anyway, yeah, it's fucking early. You just get up at 4:30. So I've sort of been liberated from that. I was sacked about just over under a year ago.
Just after you jumped Dicko?
Just after I jumped Dicko and broke my leg, and they sacked us. So
is that
nothing wrong being sacked from breakfast radio? Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Is that really then us allowing the Australian culture to own the jumping the shark scenario from Happy Days? We're now jumping the Dicko.
Jumping the Dicko is a new thing. Yeah, that's quite good. I must remember that.
We can have
that'll be my show. That'll be my show tomorrow night. Because actually show the footage of me breaking my leg in the show. So
is it horrific?
It's quality.
It's quite. I I'd never seen the footage. I knew they were filming it. My mum and dad had told me they'd seen it on the internet. But it was charming. But didn't know they knew how to work the internet. But anyway, I went on a Channel 31 show, and the guy said, Tommy Little was hosting. He's a funny guy. And he said, so we're going to show you some stunts now, some funny, wacky stunts. And they had just funny time video stunts. And then all of a sudden I come up and I went, I've never seen this. You know, I mean, I haven't seen it on purpose because but then it started to get some laughs. I'm using that. I want to get the footage and use it because I honestly didn't want to watch it because it's quite traumatic to watch it. To see you break your leg is not good. Well, but I actually jump off camera and break it. You just see me, but you hear the cracking of the leg. You go like that.
Yeah.
So, it's not good. Don't ride a BMX. Don't jump to go. And as someone said, you're on radio. You can just play sound effects. You know.
Yeah, were listeners around?
Yeah, not many though. Maybe 3 or 4.
Was one of them a nurse?
4 or 5? No.
You should have completely.
It was on Vega, which didn't have many listeners anyway.
So that was your entire listening audience.
They're all there. Oh, it was very. Anyway, look,
you learn.
You live and learn, and I will never. I actually broke my back on stage once too, supporting Matt Osprey, a friend of Peter Hellier's, a contemporary of Peter Hellier's, in fact. And
contemporary brother, that's what I suggest.
No, I started before. I reckon I started before. Yeah. Anyway, I slipped and cracked my back and had to go to hospital. Yeah, cracked a vertebrae.
How did you? Were you trying to get out?
How do you write up the workplace? How do you write up the workplace health and safety report on that?
What happened? I used to do this thing where I pretend I'm the Chemical Brothers, and
of course,
as people do. And thank God, they're here's one of those groupies we were talking about.
That's right.
The groupies are coming. Oh no, it's George McEnroe. We're being interviewed on the internet.
I thought you'd gone.
No, are you going to hang around? Or?
Hey George, say hello.
Hi George.
Hello,
George McEnroe. Are you going to hang? Are you going?
Well, I'll wait and walk with you.
Okay, all right, we'll go.
I just want a cab for those.
We won't be too much
Oh,
longer.
I'm sorry.
We're staying in the same accommodation.
I'll just be over here.
And I ran off stage. I used to say I want to be the Chemical Brothers comedian. I put a tape recorder on stage and pressed it, and my routine was starting, a little tape recorder.
Yep.
It's very clever.
Oh yeah,
I did it for a bit, and I ran off, and I just slipped on the stairs and cracked it. And I remember Jared was there, Jared McCulloch, another great comedian, and he called the ambulance. So it wasn't.
That's a very Jared thing.
Everyone does their bit in the comedy
Have you broken it?
fraternity.
No. I don't think I've actually broken anything.
Full stop.
Oh, I played in the Legends match and I ruptured my ankle ruptured in front and obviously people in Victoria, a lot of people in Victoria saw it, but maybe outside of that I'm not sure how many people did, but do a Strawny character, blonde mullet wig, I've got fake tan, and I'm playing like it's legitimate AFL Legends in front of, I think there were 25,000 people there that night, and at Telstra Dome or Etihad or whatever it was.
What do you call it?
Yeah.
The place with the roof.
Yeah.
Global Stadium.
So it's right at the end of the game. I already kicked 3 goals. I was on fire. Took a mark and just landed, and my ankle just went under me. And everyone thought I was joking. Everyone. And I just felt this pain.
Good gag.
I felt. Never break your leg if you're wearing a blonde mullet wig. That's the
that's true.
I had to start swearing, and I was mic'd up. I had to start swearing to let them know that I'm not actually joking anymore. In fact, it was Andy Lee who actually kind of said, "Listen, guys, I think he's actually kind of serious." They had no crutches, they had no wheelchair, they had no stretcher. The only reason they had ice was for the after game beer, the beer after the game. That's the only reason they had
Wouldn't they have an ambo on standby?
Well, you would think for like ex-AFL players, old guys, that's have more guys available to do that stuff. So
could you not put one?
I was on camera. I was going, no, it's still 18 months, and it's still
A bit wobbly.
Yeah, my leg's still a year later. It still hurts basically.
People come up to you and tell you their war stories. Anyone does an ankle comes up to you, yeah, man, I did my ankle.
I did my finger in high school, but it's not that interesting.
Oh, really? Can you get that on? Yeah.
That's as straight as it gets.
Oh, really?
Molks TV finger.
Yeah, I got it caught under a grass runner when I was diving to stop a ball in soccer, and just popped it out and dislocated. And when they said it like that. It's a bastard to play guitar with.
They were obviously in a rush. If they just said it like that, we need to have drinks. We're going for drinks. Just said it.
Do something.
It's not straight.
Have you got a ruler?
Can you do $1 million? Can you do Dr. Evil? Oh yeah. But did they operate on that or?
No, I was almost going to have a reconstruction, but they put it in a moon boot, and I was on crutches for about I was in crutches for about 2 weeks and a moon boot for like a few more weeks.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard being a bigger guy in breaking sport. It's just bad. It's really bad.
No, it's not good.
The only benefit that I've found in being a fat bastard and doing any kind of sport is that injuries become a rarity. Mainly
Because you don't do sport.
well, there's that, but also that when you fall over, there tends to be a larger amount of natural padding that stops that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Pete, you had the trophy room on earlier this year.
Yes.
And look, from my perspective and from a lot of yours perspective, that was a lot of fun. A good parlour game, sports-based show.
Yeah.
Are we going to see it come back?
I think so. I mean,
It was like a summer show, was it? And then they
Yeah.
tried out. Yeah, right.
well, I think it's just seeing how it went. I think everyone seems really happy with the way it went. So it's kind of fun because somebody rang me the other day and said, what's going on with it? And he had a particular reason for asking. And I was like, I don't know. I haven't really been thinking about it because I've kind of gone into festival mode.
Yep.
So then I started making calls, and I think that it's about schedules, it's about budgets, but I think everyone's happy with it. So whether it's again over next summer or whether it's mid-year or later in the year, we don't know. I think we'll see it again though.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Have you got any plans to pop up on other television shows, maybe on Adam Hills, to bust out your?
If Adam Mills asked me, I would love to go on his show. I did like one of those warm-up when they're doing like testing the show.
Well, they owe you.
They owe you. Why haven't I been
He
asked?
does seem to have he's a comedian every week. He interviews a comedian. He interviews a comedian.
Maybe you could phone it in for him.
Yeah.
Admittedly, from Melbourne, it's not as
I
glamorous.
live in Melbourne. I could easily go to the studio.
The next studio across.
Yeah. No, I'll go on that show. Absolutely.